So I've always entertained the idea of making videos on YouTube, but there wasn't really any room in my life for the amount of work it would be for the past few years since I've graduated high school. But because I'm kind of restructuring my life, I wanted to give it a try. I've been seeing this growing trend on the art side of YouTube that I'm really into. They're really simple and short, but I think they're pretty personable and enjoyable. Essentially, there's some artists picking up YouTube as a way to kind of memorialize their journey in improving their work, whether it's picking up art for the first time, took a break for a while, or they're just getting more serious about it. And I actually steered pretty clear of art YouTube for many years. I found it to be overly clickbaity, and it relied on shock value with this weird sense of arrogance that I definitely wasn't a fan of. I think this is why Ethan Becker was, despite being the stereotype, a breath of fresh air, because he played into all those tropes to make fun of them, but he had genuine insight and very solid teachings if you listened. I'm not here to rant about that, but I wanted to mention it. So yeah, I've been getting into art YouTube, and those art journey videos have been really enjoyable so far. And it's something that I genuinely will subscribe to people for, because I think it's human nature to kind of root for others and kind of delight in watching them grow. And I know growth means a few different things, but for me, I'm speaking only specifically on the skill and personal growth rather than something like metrics. So with that, I need to make myself relevant here because this is technically about me. So I wanted to throw my hat in the ring during this period of my life. I've got a bit of free time now as a postgrad with no loans, which is what I spent most of 2023 doing. And I'm just kind of twiddling my thumbs a little bit while my partner finishes school so we can get married and live together. I'm trying to see if I can make some money while doing things I like and I already have the skills for, since I'm living rural right now with no car. And so as for me, I'm a 23-year-old post-3D graduate. I am jobless as a result of the ongoing video game layoff crisis, and I've been drawing seriously for over a decade, and I've been 3D modeling for 2 or 3 years, I think, something like that. I actually specialize in character art for video games. I do a bit of animation stuff as well. It's for sure one of the hardest things to do in 3D, but it's something that I have a great deal of passion for, and it's something that I naturally decided to specialize in. Drawing and modeling are both equally important to me, but modeling is significantly more technical than drawing, and unfortunately digitally sculpting as well. I don't have the space to sculpt traditionally, but it's something that I've wanted to pick up. I'm not sure what I'll end up talking most about, but I like those things a lot. I'm also a big fan of figure collecting, posable action dolls, and ball jointed dolls, and garage kits. Again, due to my living situation, I don't have the space for any of these hobbies. I need my own apartment to be able to have a workshop with all my crap. Especially kits, I do not have the space for. Dolls, I kind of do because I can just display them, but kits, I need a workspace. So I hope that when I'm settled with my partner, I'll be able to participate in those more. I'm kind of hoping maybe next year. 2025 will be good to me. I mostly draw my OCs right now, but I also just like to draw character designs that interest me, which fit kind of pretty neatly into the design stereotypes I'm a big fan of, and it's a little obvious if you look at a lot of my work side by side. I think nowadays what I enjoy drawing the most is puzzle piece sort of things, and I don't mean that literally, but ever since I started learning how to sculpt, I viewed art as kind of a really enjoyable puzzle piece to figure out, or puzzle overall. So I kind of do a lot of pan-ups that focus on interesting posing, fluidity, anatomy, and shapes. And the process of figuring all of that out is so interesting and meaningful to me that it's what I tend to gravitate to more than most things nowadays. It's also aligned in my kind of revisiting a fundamentals journey that I've been doing for 2 or 3 years now, I think, where I just want to be really masterful of my fundamentals, just extremely solid line drawings, that's just been my thing lately. As a kid, I kind of always wanted to be I don't know, I wanted a career in 2D art, but I gave that up and pursued 3D as a profession instead. And so I'm kind of reevaluating my relationship with 2D and kind of making sure that it's just something that I do for fun. And so I'm trying to not feel so bad about what I've been doing lately. Okay, I find everyone else's journey really interesting, but I guess mine's a little boring, so another reason why I wanted to make videos is because I want to improve my script reading and enunciation in general. I know there's already a few words that I bungled pretty good. I also want to practice my conversational skills and communication skills in general, because teaching is something that I've been interested in for a long time, and I would like to get some groundwork for that. I struggled a lot with how I wanted my voice to be for this whole YouTube endeavor. I think I'm settling into a kind of conversational hangout. I'm recording this all in one take. I might end up cutting a little bit, but we'll see. I wasn't doing so well when it came to like reading a paragraph, stopping the recording, reading another paragraph, stopping the recording. It made me feel really stilted. I know this is a really casual way to drop a first video, but I saw some other people doing it and I thought it was kind of cool. Plus I just kind of like really want to get something done for this whole YouTube thing, or else I'll never release anything. I get too wrapped up in stuff. So if I can just do this and make my intentions clear, then I'll probably follow through with it. Because I get too excited and I spend too much time like getting ready to start, and then I never follow through. I have a bunch of ideas for videos, discussions, project time lapses, and overviews, and kind of like tutorials, but I think the first project of this channel should be a bit hands-on and something that I can use to demonstrate my skills while learning new ones. So ideally my next video will be my process of creating a kind of VTuber avatar. This doesn't mean that I'm gonna be an art streamer. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. It does sound interesting, and I know I like to talk a lot. Like, I decided on this conversational tone, and I think I excel in that a little bit more. But in terms of like my videos on YouTube specifically, I value my privacy a lot and I don't want to use a face cam. But I figured that like kind of like a model would be a great way to have something on the screen to follow, while also kind of being something new that's new to me as a character modeler, because I've been doing video game and animation character models, but never anything for streaming. And I know it's a big thing, and I love making characters, and I thought it would be cool. Also, it would force me to rig, which I haven't done since 2022, and I would really like to do that because I really enjoy rigging, and I'll always excuse myself from actually doing it. And I also may end up really enjoying making VTubers. It could be something that I can do for commission opportunities. I know there's always people looking for models, and I really like doing stylized stuff, and so it'll probably be easier for me to have a quicker turnaround time as someone who already does 3D character models. So, and as a side note, as mentioned before, sort of, or implied, my model's gonna be 3D. I think 2D VTubers are really cool, but as a character model, again, I'm trying to sharpen my skills. I think this would be a great project for 2024, because it's been a while since I did any personal work. I did a bunch when I revamped my demo reel early 2023, and then I had to work a bunch to pay off my loans, so I haven't really done anything since then. 3D character modeling and sculpting in general is something that I never thought I would have a great deal of passion for, but it's something that's so meaningful to me that I want to make it accessible to others widely. There's a lot of interest and intrigue regarding 3D characters, or just 3D in general, and it's a very, very high technical ceiling, and it's hard to get into. Like, I know like Blender, you know, made it easy and everyone's like, all the Blender bros are making Blender tutorials, but as someone who tried learning 3D with Blender back before I went to school for it, it did not work out for me, and I know it doesn't work for some people. So I would really like to be able to introduce 3D to more people, especially 2D artists who are into it, whether or not they want to pick up 3D as another skill set, or they just want to use it solely for improving their 2D, which is absolutely something that you can pick up like easily in a week or less, maybe a few days. It's a really fulfilling art form. And again, while it's highly technical, I think the technicality is so fun. It's like I mentioned before, it's kind of like a puzzle, but like I mentioned earlier with regards to my drawings, I really like doing puzzle crap, so 3D is always something that I like a lot. And like, I don't know, it's just, it's like really personally meaningful to me in a way I genuinely can't describe. Like, drawing to me feels supernatural. I've been doing it forever, but like sculpting and modeling is something that I got into only a few years ago, and I don't know, it's just like, it's important to me. And again, I guess due to how much I could talk, maybe I would benefit from streaming. So I'd like to give that a try. I may end up streaming my process of making the VTuber. So, okay, I'm reading my script out now, obviously. When I wrote this, it was last night, and I was bored, and I wanted to do something. And at the time, I wasn't sure when I would be able to stream, but my mom is actually going to leave for the weekend. She's gonna be gone for like, I don't know, 4 days. So I think the stars aligned, and it's giving me a perfect opportunity to, one, like actually do some work, because I just got home from visiting my partner for 2 months and I moved here, so it would be great to force me to start a project in those 4 days. And it would also give me the perfect opportunity to stream, because I don't like streaming while other people are around because I don't know. So I'm really gonna try to make that work. I will do my best to get this video out and plan for that, and we'll see how that goes. I know no one's gonna be there for the stream, but I can use a stream to kind of make a compilation and that way it'll just be easier for people to see my process, and that way I don't have to bungle it all together at the end after I've recorded everything. So yeah, at the very least, I think it will be a good time capsule for anyone interested in my first time making a VTuber, because again, I've never made a VTuber before, but I am a 3D character modeler, so I'm going to be learning how to do that specifically and whatever. So I think that is it for me. This is 13 minutes long. It's been nice to meet you, and it'll be fun hanging out together later when I stream. Yay! Bye bye.